So now, based on the picture we have here, so now we discuss about the usage of the tomorrow. So if you look at the picture, what we have here is you have this all retort stands, Bunsen burner. Okay, this is a Bunsen burner. So here is the part. Then after that, you have a beaker of 250 cm cube of the big beaker. Inside have 150 cm cube of the hydrochloric acid, one more particular hydrochloric acid. Then after that, you use this measuring cylinder, pour 50 cm cube. You have a dropper here. What is the purpose of dropper here? Is to make sure that you can add slowly at the end. Make sure it's 50 cm cube. Add into the first beaker, then measure another 50 cm cube, measure another 50 cm cube. Because you only got 150 cm cube, you need to divide the three different beakers. So 50, 50, 50. But if the last beaker so happened that 50, 50, the last beaker only got 48, it's okay. It's okay. You can continue the experiment because volume of the acid does not affect the rate of reaction. Only the concentration. The concentration all is 1 mole per Dn cube is fine. Okay. Then after that, you add inside. Then after that, you'll bring this thing to the here, then start to heat until a temperature, let's say 30, 40, 50. After heat, right? Then you have this tuala, okay, this towel is for you to, because you to transfer the beaker to the white tiles here so they can see clearly the magnesium dissolve. So what happened here is you use this towel to hold it because it's hot, bring it over. Okay, if you don't use your hand, because your hand too hot, you spit away, then you don't have any more acid to continue. Okay, then after that, you have this what we call the test tube holder. Is okay. If you don't know what to do, it's okay. Sometimes they have apparatus that no use one. And then we have this distilled water. Okay, distilled water will impose a possibility of concentration. Okay, but it's very small chance, but you have to prepare. Please read my PDF file. Then after that, okay, now about the graph, a lot of people worry about the graph. So I show you all the theory here. So this is the theory. So the one, if they ask you to plot a graph of time versus concentration, it will be a inverse proportional. Why? Because at low concentration, the time taken will be longer because low concentration rate of reaction is low, so the time taken will be longer. Then at high concentration, the time taken will be shorter because high concentration rate of reaction is higher. So it will be an invert proportional graph. And then you learn in MX. So time change into 1 over time, the graph will become a straight line graph. Okay, so this is what you learn in the MX. Now for the temperature graph. Now for temperature graph, it's the same thing. At low temperature, the time taken will be shorter because the rate of reaction is low. Time taken is shorter. Then at high temperature, the rate of reaction will be higher, so the time taken will be shorter. But for this one, because the graph looks a bit different, when convert into time, it's supposed to be a straight line. But because temperature, right, I told you in another video, every 10 Celsius increase, the rate of reaction will be double. The graph you get might be a curve. So for tomorrow, if you're so lucky, you're able to get a straight line graph, then you just draw a straight line. It fully depends on your results. So you don't manipulate your result. Whatever you get, you just do on the graph. To be juju lah. Okay, to be juju. Okay. So if you get a data like this, let's say you get a data that's similar to straight line. Good, you draw a straight line. Okay. Then if you get a data like this, you can't draw a straight line. Okay. So in this case, you draw a curve. Okay, this is what I can recommend you for tomorrow. Okay, because K-Part question, it depends on what are you facing. Okay, so this is the idea. Anyway, I get one of the paper is you might need to draw temperature versus time. Okay, which about 5 marks tomorrow. So in this case, right, if the graph is this temperature versus time. Okay, this one is the balik lah. Temperature versus time versus temperature. So this is temperature. This is time. The graph will be like this. Okay, will be like this. But I use the data that I draw. I realize that this graph, the data I get is very weird. It's supposed to be a curve like what I showed you just now. But after I try to draw it out, it looks like a straight line. Okay, I'm stuck there also. The supposed to be a straight line become a curve. Suppose the data, then after that supposed to be a curve, it becomes a straight line. But it's okay. It depends on what you get tomorrow. If they ask you to draw temperature versus time, supposed to be a curve. Okay, you see a result, is it a curve? But if really tomorrow the result came out is like what I show you here, You just connect the 3 point. Connect the 3 point. Okay, just connect the 3 point. Okay, and then from these 3 point, they'll ask you to find maybe at 45 Celsius. Then from there, you get your answer. Okay, so don't worry about too much on the graph. Okay, then over that, then here is some extra theory I need to go through with you. So state the relationship between size of magnesium versus time. So the longer the time, the smaller the size of magnesium, because the magnesium is dissolving, so the longer the time, the smaller the size of the magnesium. Then if they ask you to sketch a graph of mass of magnesium versus time. Now for this one, at the beginning, let's say they start with certain gram, then you'll start to draw, remember, until 0. You'll be until 0 because all your magnesium is completely red. There's no magnesium left. Okay, then operation definition, I need to explain for you in detail. If tomorrow, right, if the normal operationation, this is what you need to write. This is observation. This is standard procedure. Your simple procedure. Okay, if they ask for higher rate of reaction, in this case, everything the same. Everything the same. But the one higher, so the one higher is at 50 Celsius. So you write at 50 Celsius. Then you have to mention shorter. Because higher rate of reaction means shorter time taken. Okay, so this is the idea. Then there's one typo yesterday for the answer, right? If magnesium ribbon replaced by copper, right? This is your answer. Copper cannot dissolve in acid. Why? Because copper does not react with acid. The reason is copper is less electropositive than hydrogen. Okay, the previous answer I read acid, but hydrogen is more accurate answer. Okay, so this is the part. And then just a reminder one more time. I have drawn the diagram for you today for the tomorrow possible. If they ask to draw 1 over time versus temperature, based on the data I get, you should get a straight line. You should get a curve. But if tomorrow your data so happen that able to become a straight line, you draw a straight line. You have to draw it according to what you have. Then, if the Balik temperature over 1 over time, then your graph will be curved this way. Because just now curved like this, but now curved this way. Okay. Then, if concentration, 1 over time versus concentration must pass through 0, it's a straight line. Then this is the one I mentioned. If they ask you to draw temperature versus time, then it's supposed to be a curve. Okay, it's supposed to be a curve. But I don't know why my data, it doesn't look like a curve, it's a straight line. So it's okay. In this case, you just connect these 3 points and then just put it there. Because this graph is for you just to get the 45 Celsius, what is the time like this? Okay, so that's all. Good luck for tomorrow. If got any latest things that I get, I will post video later. Okay, so good luck for tomorrow.